Bino, you know what's funny? The last 2 days I've been going through this. The last today, where it knocks me off. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know why they doing it, but relax. But we're going back to LilDurk situation. You know what I'm saying? We're back. We're back live. And, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. And it's a dirty game, man. But you know, LilDurk wifey stepped up. You know what I'm saying? She stepped up to the plate. She's putting in that pain. Dudes crept through the window. She got busy. That's what she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what she signed up for. When you mess with these rap cats, who cares? Who cares? Dudes let the gate open. That's what comes with the game, man. You just gotta be on deck. Now dudes know not to play with LilDurk. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Now dudes know not to play with LilDurk. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole moral of the story. Do not play with LilDurk. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I put the chessboard up because where I live at is the Chess Hall of Fame. Yes. It's all a mind mental thing. You gotta be smart. You gotta know how to move around these dudes. Facts, he lost a lot, man. Him moving to ATL is saving his life. And all honestly, him moving to ATL is saving his life because he's out the mix of what's going on in Chi-Town. Yeah, we back. We back. Like we ain't never left. You know what I'm saying? You heard? You heard. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure this thing out though, what's going on. But it's crazy. It's a dirty game, man. It's seriously a dirty game. And in this game, there's no principles and morals. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let's understand that. You know, I was watching something yesterday, man, and I didn't really pay attention to it though, but Emmett Till, right? My next video is gonna be the Fair of Emmett Till. Think about it. Emmett Till came from Chicago to down south. He was more free than the average black that he went to down south. And they slaughtered him, you know what I'm saying? And they said the worst you can say about somebody that everybody can agree with is the worst you can say. Right? Touching the female, disrespecting the female, right? And they murdered that man. Nowadays, what do we see on YouTube? Individuals say the worst thing about dudes when it comes to females because people listen to that. Black, white, Spanish, Yoda, they can agree with that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? The Emmett Till syndrome. Yo, he got murdered because he was an aggressive black man that was a little more free than the Southerners because he came from Chi-Town. He didn't see things the way they seen things. So get in tune with the Emmett Till story. That's real. Look at the bigger picture of a black man who came from Chicago that was not sitting on the back of the bus, that didn't have to use separate bathrooms, that, you know what I'm saying, that probably in his neighborhood was chasing white boys around. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? They go to the South and, yo, shush, you can't say this, get in the back of the bus. You know what I'm saying? That was a cultural change for a 12-year-old kid or a 10-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? He was totally different than, you know what I'm saying, than their culture. We've seen how with the Cadillac Records, they was in Chicago, right? So we see that there was a strong movement in Chicago. We didn't see too many white boys running around acting crazy, the way they act crazy in, you know, the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Definitely sibling party, bless. LilDurk definitely represented, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm gonna say is you have to make sure you're gonna stay alive to the next day. It's not about selling 2 million records. It's not about going viral after you die. It's for real. LilDurk did what he was supposed to do to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real, man. LilDurk did what he was supposed to do to stay alive. Can't take nothing from the man, right? Can't take nothing from the man. Now, there's just so much going on this week. You know, we got the Hassan Campbell, Kwame Brown. But shout out to Hassan Campbell, man. Hassan Campbell always show love to me, man. And he shows unconditional love. He always says, Zeke, whenever you do something, I want you to get your numbers up, promote your channel, because that's the best he can do for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a grown man, so I shouldn't be calling Hassan Campbell for no money, for a turkey drive or a cookie drive. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, nah, how I do this out of love, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I see out of him, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that he's tried to help out that it didn't work, it's because, you know, this internet thing is different, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to sell yourself. And when you sell yourself, everybody don't win. So how he works on his videos, what works for him on his videos may not work for us. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get mad at his success. Like, yo, I supported him on his channel, or I did this for his channel, and I feel like I didn't win. It's because people like him. You see, he's still getting 100,000 views no matter what Kwame Brown says. So he can't, you don't shut somebody down who people are still interested what you got to say, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's touch on the Hassan Campbell situation. For all y'all that thinking that, like, yo, you know, definitely shoot to Hassan Campbell, man. He a good dude, man. He a good dude. He ain't gonna put no money, you know what I'm saying? What grown man asks another grown man for money? If you think about it, all theoretically, all that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, son, let me hold $50 so I can feed my kids. What grown man does that? That's not what men do. Now, second, somebody asked me today at my job. He said, "Yo, Kwame, he keep making videos of Hassan Campbell." I said, "Nah, it's probably because the people who don't like Hassan, they want to speak up about the guy." So I'm like, so he goes, "You made a video a couple of weeks ago, and you said that Kwame Brown joined the dirty section of YouTube." Yeah, he definitely did now. He's definitely all the way there. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? And that's all. People are going to your channel to talk about Hassan Campbell. And your viewers, that's all they want to hear you talk about. So now that after $40 million, playing with Michael Jordan, playing with Ron Artest, and all playing against Kobe Bryant, they want to hear you talk about Hassan Campbell. Does that make any mathematical sense? You know what I'm saying? You become just a high-level exposer on YouTube. You wasted your time and your energy to becoming a high-level exposer on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. You got to pick your battles, but it's truly crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like what LilDurk did. You create my window while shooting. Okay, you didn't start the trouble with Hassan. Okay, you may say Hassan made a video, whatever the case may be. You responded. Okay. But now you keep responding and keep responding. But Hassan is making content that makes sense, right? So let's talk about the 3-4 homicides that is happening in the Bronx. Let's talk about that, Kwame. But it doesn't matter to you because you're not from the Bronx. So that doesn't matter to you. Tribe Gangster, who actually was a blood that definitely put a lot of pain in, that actually did something good called GMAC, that's actually running for Brooklyn Borough president. We don't talk about him, but we're gonna talk about Hassan and all the deficiencies and all the negative deficiencies that Hassan Campbell had. So I'm trying to figure this out. Do you have the Emmett Till syndrome, bro? The submissive syndrome? I'm gonna be submissive. Anything that's aggressive is the enemy, because that's what happened with Emmett Till. He went to the South. He was too aggressive from Chi-Town, and he got murdered. You South niggas is be losing me, because you niggas we'll go back and forth and kill each other. But when y'all get to in front of Whitey, yes sir, no sir, I'm sorry, please, please, let's get to this. Even Little John did some dumb shit and did a video, or was it Ludacris with the Confederate flags on? But y'all tried to make us feel like let's inherit the Confederate flag. Like it's part of our history. How the fuck is the Confederate flag a part of our history? How is it that I want to hear this fake code and shit? What's the code? What's the black code? Tell me what's the black code? What's the black code? I never heard the black code before, so is it a South thing, an internet thing? What the fuck is the black code? I never heard this in my lifetime. Yo, there's a black code, Zeke. So what's the black code? Can somebody explain to me what the black code is? Let's get to the black code. What the fuck is the black code? So I'm just trying to figure this out, because we have so much other shit to talk about. But let's talk about Hassan Campbell. Let's talk about a guy from the Bronx who might have been taken advantage by some older guys that had a little bit of status, yes. Because, just like you, how people hop on your podcast and say anything, Ben Bada had that power where anybody will go around him and say anything. The difference, because you don't understand the power that Ben Bada had, he helped a community make millions of dollars to become powerful. So, of course, they're going to protect their asset. So now, you create Hassan Campbell to go crazy on live one day. He speak about things that people say is wrong, but because you brought the irrational part of him out. But let's speak about it, Kwame. Let's talk about this. You could put 50 niggas on there and try to expose niggas. This is what he did on Rikers Island. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Nobody was braided, nobody here on Rikers Island, man. That was a no-go. People say what they want to say. I was on Rikers Island in the 90s. Nobody was volunteering to braid nobody here. I ain't never see that. That was definitely a no-go. That's exactly. So when niggas just be sitting there talking, trying to say the funniest thing, I was on the island in 1990. Everybody was fighting in the 90s on Rikers Island. Everything was a fight. What you looking at? Let's go. What you doing? Let's go. Yo, who you be? Let's go. This is for all the gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, not really. Hassan still getting 100,000 views. He didn't turn his lights off. Only thing he did was he made Hassan sharpen his tools. He made Hassan become selfish now. I can't help everybody, because all the niggas I thought I helped, or I was trying to help, they went on his platform and talked crazy about me. He ain't turned this. How he turned it off? His last video, 100,000. Nah, man. Because it's that Emmett Till image. So now we have to be submissive to Kwame Brown because he calls himself exposed a nigga from New York? That's that South shit. When the white man comes in the room and tell you to shut the fuck up, and you're going, yeah, because my grandfather, you don't know what they want to do. When we could use the same bathrooms. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Them niggas just feeling freedom right now. They had to wake up every morning and look at a Confederate fucking statue. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We didn't have to do that. We didn't wake up and look at that Robert E. Lee Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We had to go to Robert E. Lee High School. Exactly. Gun line boss. You niggas did that. You niggas went through that. So before you come at a black man, I feel you should come at a white man. Not being racist, but your beef should be with the white man. What? This nigga here. But no, y'all hop online and who y'all target? You're black people because you're scared of the white man. You South niggas, you fool. You niggas, I give the Midwest niggas some type of credit. They keep these whiteys in line. Hold up. Stop with all the nigga shit. Stop with all that funny style shit. We can go. But you niggas is the worst. You niggas buckle down to whitey, bro. All day, every day. All day, every day. I ain't see Kwame Brown disrespecting not a one white man yet. You hear me? I see Hassan do it though. I see Hassan go against Whitey. He got videos go against Harvey Weinstein and the rest of them white people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ain't see Kwame make a video about the white man, what they've done to your people, how they rape your people, how you got mulatto kids in your family, bro. No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna go, no, those ghetto niggas, you're gonna get intelligent and pick the book up and go, yo, because it's a code. What fucking code is it, bro? Talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how the white man raped your family in that South. Let's talk about it, Kwame. No, but you want to talk about Hassan Campbell and Bambaataa. Fuck Bambaataa. Let's talk about you're from the South. I'm not from the South. You hear me? My family muzzled through the Caribbean, and my dirty ass father came from Alabama, in which he ran from Alabama and went to Chi-Town. Hassan talked about him first, though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he talked about him first. After he went on Charlamagne the God and he went on Stephen A. Smith, he should be going on Whitey next. Now, I'm not Team Poppy. I'm just dealing with facts. You went on Stephen A. Smith, right? Stephen A. Smith. You went on Michael Jordan, right? Stephen Jackson, right? What happened to Whitey? Why he didn't go in on Whitey yet? Whitey's supposed to be your first. You got 40 million. They can't stop you. Why you didn't go in on Whitey? What happened to Whitey? What happened to that Confederate flag that they're fighting for to keep in your town, my nigga? So before you go on the black man, let's think about that. When you wake up in the morning and you ride on Andrew Jackson Boulevard, you know what I'm saying? Andrew Jackson Boulevard, have you stopped there and said, what the fuck is this here for? If it was about oppression, when you ride through, what's the other guy named? Robert E. Lee, and the rest of those Confederates. When they have their Confederate Memorial holiday, do you beef about that? Or do you actually take a day off too? Like, fuck, I'm gonna take one off too. So let's get right with the get right. You South niggas is weird because a lot of you niggas are bang on each other before you're bang on the oppressors, which is weird. We're not with the black or black shit, you know what I'm saying? I realized I come in here. I'm too free. I'm too open-minded. I'm too open-minded, bro. It has nothing to do with Hassan Campbell. I realized I'm Emmett Till in St. Louis when it comes to some of these blacks. Because some of these blacks ain't from the city of St. Louis. So the ones that's from the county, they've been raised to be suppressive to the white man. Don't talk about the white man. No. Let's look at all the black man defaults. He could go crazy if he want. He could 50 niggas on this fucking channel. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? He could put 40, 50 niggas on this channel. I'm just keeping it only 100 with you. Do you realize what happened to Emmett Till? Emmett Till was a free-minded black man that came from Chicago to the South. Free-minded. The way he thought, the way he moved as a kid was nothing like they was moving where the fuck he went to for the summer. And he got murdered. Why the fuck you ain't talking about that, bro? That's the biggest issue. Fuck Michael Jordan, Stephen A. Smith. They millionaires. You know what it is? Y'all keep talking about Hassan Campbell. Let's talk about what's real life, bro. What's stopping people in the Southwest? They want us to be submissive. They want us to be submissive, bro. Do you understand what happened to Emmett Till, bro? Fuck. See, y'all keep talking about Hassan Campbell. I brought him up because why target him before you target a Southerner that has kept us down for years? Why? Because I understand some of you niggas don't like Hassan. I'm just speaking in general, one, because I know I fuck with you. We fuck with each other, bro. But at some point, when does it stop? When do we have a platform where we finally speak out against our oppressors, bro? When do we finally do that? When do we have the heart to actually talk about the white man instead of talking about another black man? When do we actually step up to the plate, bro? When do we step up to the plate? You tell me, when do we step up to the plate? Fuck, never mind Hassan Campbell. When do we step up to the plate? Bro, do you understand? In 1973, right? In 1973, okay, you say you want Harlem Skip Bayless, right? But how about the sheriff from his town? How about the mayor from his town? How about them? How about the ones that physically affected our people? Not Skip Bayless that's on TV. Go at the people that you can. He's one man, but you can't pick and choose one man. One thing about the Puerto Ricans in they fight, right? Let me tell you something, right? One thing about the Puerto Rican revolution in East Harlem that I really respected is they went after white America. They went after Whitey. They're the Puerto Ricans, the young lords, salute to them. They fought with Whitey. They fought with Whitey hand in hand to get their people to progress. We bang on each other before we fight against our oppressors. It's not dividing. I don't think. I don't feel. You know what's so funny, man? I don't feel it's divide and conquer, man. I really feel, yo, I watched the Emmett Till. Let me tell you, I watched the Emmett Till thing yesterday, man, on Hezekiah Network, whatever the fuck they call it. And it was real, man. Emmett Till died because he was a free-minded black man in the South. He ain't died for nothing else, bro. He was a free-minded black man in the South. A kid, a free-minded kid, and they killed him. Why the fuck that's not an issue? We should need to be talking about that. That still goes on to this day in small towns in Mississippi, Louisiana. A free-minded black man. Emmett Till died because he's a free-minded black man. Why that's not a topic? Fuck all the coding and what the fuck you talking about? Why that's not the topic? Oh, we're not going to talk about the mayor of my town. Years of oppression, slavery. Now that's the truth, one. I understand y'all may not like Hassan Campbell. My job is not to convince y'all to like him. You know what I'm saying? It's not important because it never worked for us. Since when coding has been a conversation? That's some internet shit. I never heard the word coding to the internet. What's the black code? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So can y'all educate me on coding? Because I never heard this shit before now. You know what I'm saying? What's this coding thing? To be submissive to the white man? Is to be submissive to the white man? Coding is Google. But they open the doors for us to invest in everything you just said. are public companies that we could have invested in $10,000 and bought 10,000 shares that first day. He ain't saying nothing slick. It's just that we don't pay mind to the stock market. All those companies he just said is all public. Google, my man, let me tell you something. My homeboy, my best friend, invested 10,000 drug money, allegedly, into Google stock and walked away a millionaire legally. It's just paying attention to the stock market. There's no fucking coding. You buy the Wall Street Journal and you pay attention to these companies that's popping that you think that might go public. He's not saying nothing smart. See, you niggas gotta be smart. Google went public, of course. It worked. So what's coding, Juan? That it has. That's a fact. She lied. They hated him because he was a free black man. Now you get it, Tech? He was a free black man. That should be the issue. So you telling me in your southern areas, y'all niggas still fall in line with Whitey? Because when Emmett Till went to where the fuck he went to, he was from Chicago, where he was a little more free-minded, where there was no back of the bus, no separate water fountains, no black and white restaurants, no Whitey sit in the front, we sit upstairs in the movie theater. That's not where he came from. He came from what? So of course, he was a little more different. And they murdered him for that because they didn't want him to influence the other African Americans that have some fucking courage. That's why he died. He died because they didn't want the spread of Emmett Till in that fucking South. Because who the fuck would send their kids to the South knowing what the fuck is going on to the South? You know what I'm saying? Back then. Wicked. But you know what, Juan? How can we create our own Facebook? We have blackplanet.com. He's not saying nothing slick. But he had that. How far did blackplanet.com go without what they call that shit? American Online. AOL. You couldn't do blackplanet.com without AOL. So we do need our own internet. So again, the coding, right? What's the rapper name? Akon doing a lot for Africa, right? Building cities, putting lights and all that. But we shunned him because he did a song with 6ix9ine. Was Papino. But we shunned him because he did a song with 6ix9ine. Oh, fuck you fuck with rats, fuck you. But he's done more for African Americans than this nigga that's running around. Oh, we need coding. What coding? What coding do we need, bro? There's kids dying every day in the streets. Denounce that. Oh, now because in your city, when the blacks die, it's fuck it. They deserve it. Economically, they don't get my bread. Come on, man. Yo, Juan, I have to keep it funky. It's had to do with Hassan Campbell. I watched the Emmett Till. Exactly. Skinny jeans, son. Now, I'm not going hard on him, Juan. It's just that you asked me a question. Because I believe that I think a Southerner should be more like, was Papino, Mikey B was Papino, Mikey B. I believe a Southerner should be more like for the cause, bro. Your brother, my mother and father's dead. My brother died in jail. I've been in jail half my life, bro. There's no excuse. There's none. He had a pacifier, bro. He had recruiters, bro. He had one thing most of us never had. Do you think he went pro because I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think he went pro because he was so nice? No. He had to go pro because you think those scouts was not making his life easy? Do you think that they just was like, we're gonna draft you in the first round, and we wasn't gonna take your amateur status away? Don't ever get this twisted. It's business in this. Bobby Bonilla, same way. Junior Ortiz, the same way. Manny Ramirez. Manny Ramirez was the first round draft pick for the. He would no, I don't know if he was the first round draft pick, but he went to the Cleveland Indians, straight out of high school. George Washington. Do you think the scouts and the team wasn't paying to make sure that Manny Ramirez never saw no cocaine on 158th in Broadway? Let's deal with logic, bro. He lost his amateur status. He just couldn't go NCAA. But he was good in basketball. So they said, yo, he's a good pick. I ain't gonna lie to you, he did great in basketball. Cause he's becoming an OJ Simpson all line, bro. But don't come at those that was in the cause. See, people get mad because they want me to agree to this. What the fuck is coding? I never heard this before, right? Second, Manny Ramirez came out the streets. Manny, $1 million player. A-Rod, he from Washington Heights too. Dominican land, as we call it. Same blocks. They lose their amateur status because people pay. So his life wasn't fucked up no more. He was a good basketball player. They paid the rent, they kept him fresh, and they gave his family an income. And that's why I was like, fuck it. The only option you have is boom. No, coding is Java because that's what he's calling it. Never heard of coding, bro. Coding, bro. Get money, my nigga. Never heard that slang before. That must be some nerdy shit, bro. Bro, but that's what you teach your kids. Yo, I like what you said. Kwame's right about coding. Coding is part of STEM, science, technology, and engineering, and math, right? But that's what you're supposed to teach your kids. You know what I'm saying? What you just said right there is parenting skills. I never heard of that. You know why? Because my daughter's a junior in college. I never said, yo, this is a coding system you go through. Never heard that before. That's some internet shit. You know what I'm saying? Never heard that before. Yo, follow the code. What's the code? The only codes I ever followed was 031, Think Like Quick, Damu Tamu, Damu Penta. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Flip the clip. 212. You know what I'm saying? There was no other codes beyond that. There was coding because you're supposed to tell your kids where to go, bro. Don't let these nerdy niggas get online and tell you some shit that's unimaginable, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. Yo, tech, and this is why I love this conversation. You just said the best thing. Unless your parents are programmers, they will not be able to teach coding. Boom. So why would you have a coding conversation if the average parent is tossing blood signs up, sniffing cocaine, popping ecstasy, sipping lean? Do you think their mothers is taking the time out, or their fathers is taking the time out to go, yo, there's this coding shit going on, and you can pick 5 choices. Stop trying to fool niggas, man. That's just for niggas that go to college and they catch on to the fraternities like Kappa Alpha Psi, Sigmas, and all that alphas. See, half my family's in the fraternity. They Deltas, Sigmas, Zetas, all that. So I'm in, if you talk about the code, yeah, I'm in the mix of the code, but that's what they talk in their meetings. Do you think, so again, Q Dogs, shout out to Shaquille O'Neal, you know what I'm saying? With the Q Dogs. The first Q Dogs I met was in Albany State University in 1989, you know what I'm saying? When I first went to Albany, I didn't go to break the law, Kwame, just to let you know that. I was with a bunch of college dudes that just finished doing their line on the Kappa Alpha Psi side, you know what I'm saying? Kappa Rho and all that. And not a lot of cocaine. These college dudes. So I don't understand the code. I understand what you're doing, but speak about the oppression, bro. Why you haven't spoken about Emmett Till yet? The Emmett Till syndrome of the aggressive black man on the workforce. I'm a funny nigga. Shout out to East Harlem. Jose Marquez and Little Perez. I love my people though, man. I love y'all, man. Real life issues, man. It has nothing to do with Hassan being my friend. Yo, you know what's so funny? What you just said right there. He says, text says, no, it's not, Zeke. You're wrong about that. Learning as code as possible for unprivileged kids, they just need the opportunity. But what opportunity you have when you go to a school that doesn't go by coding? You have to go to these schools that follow the coding stamp. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem. Yeah, if you go to Stuyvesant High School, Hunter High School, where I'm from, yeah, of course they're gonna teach you coding. But if you go to Julie Richmond, they just want you to graduate. Albany High School, they just want you to graduate. There's no coding test. There's no what you want to do. You have to go to a special school for that. You pay for that. Catholic school, St. Francis D. Sales, Spelman High School. Yeah, they got coding there. But the average school you go to, they're not talking coding. Who went to even LaGuardia High School ain't talking coding. So please tell me, any of y'all that went to high school, what schools of yours spoke about coding? Please, in my chat, let me know. I'm not even trying to be funny. I respect the cause. Please tell me what high school you went to. Please, what high school you sat in and said, there's a code out here for y'all, and y'all can follow this code, and y'all gonna win. So let's stop playing into this narrative. Nobody's mad at him. That's the whole thing. Nobody's mad at him. He just gotta realize he got better shit to talk about. Once you tell the black man, when you do get a job, don't be submissive to the white man. You can be yourself and be who you be and not have to be like, yo, please, I'm sorry. And yo, you right, I'm wrong. Why don't you teach him how to conduct themselves in business instead of talking about, yo, yeah. Doesn't matter about that, bro. He can make it 20 videos, put 20 niggas up there talking crazy about me. I give him all day. I said, yo, he be bugging. I said, yo, son, you be wilding. When I told him on the phone, you be wilding. But what he say be facts. So you think it's real that you have a child that's 15 years old that gets murdered, and they say that he was allegedly deserved to get murdered because he had beef? Does that sound like a parent was really doing parenting skills? Like you understand what I'm saying? Does that really sound like, think about this, right? Not even the murders. That's the dumb shit that we see that's going on. So you think it's cool that, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all think y'all think I'm protecting Hassan. Or no, I'm not. I'm talking about real reality. I went to Norman Thomas High School. What I knew about coding was my teacher. My teacher was cool with Malcolm X's daughter. So one thing she knew was, I gotta get y'all niggas some employment. Y'all need a resume. You know what she said? Y'all need a resume. So by the time y'all niggas grow up, they can't say that your niggas never had a job. Because they deny most of y'all who don't have records because they say that y'all don't have no job experience. So that's why I started working jobs to have job experience. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If that's what you call coding, that was my teacher. She was on that Black Power shit for real. Norman Thomas High School, 1988, 1989. That's somebody I respect, you hear me? He's okay. He still gets 100,000 views. You know what I'm saying? What I think is Kwame has more shit to talk about. He has more shit to talk about. Salute. You think it's okay? You want to keep clowning them and clowning them about what? How about the sheriff from your town that's been violating for decades? How about that Confederate flag that's too money? That monument that's still in your town? Have you fought to get that shit taken down yet? Have you fought for that, or was it Black Lives Matter? Did you forget about that Confederate flag that's sitting at the courthouse? Or the park, Wobbly Eid? Have you sat out there and said, yo, man, I'm tired of this shit, man? Or have you become submissive to that, but go, you know what? I'm going to do what we normally do and go after the black man? Please tell me. I need to understand this. You know, Charlemagne got the same attitude he got. Come at the black man. But then he started coming at white people. And they said, okay, he's catching on a little bit, you know what I mean? Ask me something, Juan, because I come from New York City, man. The freest minded state you could probably say. And it was fucked up what I seen the other day in the news. But ask me, bro. It was fucked up, bro. I've looked, you know what? He has, all right, if you say he got videos on that, I'm going to take your word on that, Juan. He has videos on that, right? But what has he done to put what he had to do on the line to make any change in that? None. Who's made more change than him in his own state is my son. My son has made more change than that man in his own state and other states than dudes that's hopping online talking about fight the power. In their own states, my son. And to make it matter, no matter how much we hate them sometimes and some dudes might go in on them, but they've done more to change the thinking of people than the people that has influence that's there. It's a difference of going online and going, They going out there with a flag on there. I'm not tired of this shit. Let's go live right now. What's poppin'? Yo, get this shit out of here, man. So you telling me it's dope to wake up to a Robert E. Lee flag statue? That's dope? That's real nigga shit? That's real to wake up to when you go when you go on the highway and you ride it on Andrew Jackson Highway? That's dope? You got the influence. You got the influence online. You got the influence. You have to take a chance to lose it all. See, that's what I mean. We'll kill each other. But you just said it right there, one. You just said it. You just said it. In tech, you said it too. You just said it. For fuck the industry. He has the influence. He has the money. People are going to listen to the money. Don't ever believe people are going to listen to the money. He's a millionaire. So you telling me it's fuck Hassan Campbell, but he's actually a Southerner who rides on Robert E. Lee Boulevard sometimes to get places. You know what I'm saying? And you don't find that offensive. A guy who fought to keep your grandfather's. See, remember, I don't know nothing about the slavery shit because my people from the Bahamas. But my father come from Alabama, and he's embarrassed of his past. That's why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. When I asked my father before he died about Alabama, he said, yo, we had no rights. They disrespected us. Yes. He said, yo, my cousin spoke out against a white man. We had to smuggle him out to Chicago. Chicago was like the mecca of slaves, the Midwest. So when you speaking of this is why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. Because here my father, who was born in 1930, who had no rights as a black man in the South. That nigga dead wrong, bro. He dead wrong, bro. Talk about the South. There's a whole lot of history there. Oh, nah, because you know Whitey is not playing with you down there. They still got their little cliques, their little clans, and their little secret societies. Let's not be foolish to it. So now what it is, I'm gonna go at another black man and tell my black people to grow in. So you're not mad. Yeah. Because I need to know, why is it that Emmett Till was a threat to the South? That's what we need to know, Juan. Ask Kwame that. Why was a person like Emmett Till a threat to the South? Can he answer that with a clear voice? Because I'm pretty sure he grew up with a bunch of people that submit themselves to the whitey for decades. Ask him. Ask your grandfather Why was Emmett Till a threat to the South? Fuck asking your father. Ask your great-grandfather might be alive. Yo, ask your OG. Your OG, you 80 years old. Why was Emmett Till a threat to the South? Yo, he was too free-minded. He was a threat to us. So now, I'm supposed to listen to a man that's gonna come out a black man before the white man? His beef supposed to be with anything white. Fuck Mike. Fuck you CBS niggas. Yo, Mike, Skip Bayless. Boom, boom, boom. Sheriff of my town. No, you gonna barb and weed that. You gonna barb and weed that circle. Come on, man. That's dead wrong. You could do 50 videos on me, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that. The same niggas you shouting, the same niggas I know. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta play psychological games, kitty games. You could put 30 niggas on your channel talking crazy about me. You could do that. I'm Zeke Black, you know, $1 million Zeke Black. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I'm not here defending the nigga. I'm just telling you facts. We come from a mean city. We come from a city where the Puerto Ricans uprised and won. Nah, it's not that. It's not that, bro. Because Hassan talk about white people too. You know what I'm saying? It's not about Team Hassan, Juan. You know that, man. It's about logic. I'm going to tell you something, man. You don't think that anything that has any influence in the South should talk about the conditions of what the South was? Why the fuck the North got to talk about the South? Why my song got to talk about the South? Why Tamika Mallory and Al Sharpton? Why the fuck are we talking for your niggas for? Why y'all can't talk for yourselves? Y'all got millions. Y'all got influence. Why can't y'all niggas wake up in the morning and go, yo, man, fuck the shit for my town? Why we got to do it? And then when we do it, y'all bark on us like, yo, y'all wrong. He's doing it for money. He's a fake protester. Why is that? So why is it that the biggest protesters are from the East Coast, but you South niggas went through it all? We ain't go through it all. We went through the employment part of it, but other than that, we ain't go through nothing else. We found another way to make money, numbers and crack. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Dope. The drug game. You niggas had to deal with Master until like the 80s. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? So why don't y'all niggas that got influence start speaking out against Master? No, y'all niggas leave it to us New Yorkers. Come on, man. Why? Why is my son the leader of a charge of some shit that's going on in the Midwest? When you got 100 niggas that's killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Yeah. So let's find a medium. I agree with American Links as well. They're not going to change nothing. Yeah. But he's the voice. He puts his face out there. Them niggas sit back in the cut. No, they can't see us. We want you to put yourself on the line. Put your face on the line. So why don't they start putting their face on the line? Like, fuck that. The realest video I seen was some St. Louis niggas. They was talking about St. Louis. And those niggas actually put their face on camera. Like, man, fuck that, man. We tired of the conditions here, the traffic tickets, this, that, and third. You niggas keep hiding behind the My Songs and Tamika Mallory's. It's not that. You know what it is, though? It's because it's about time that you Southern niggas that made all these millions begin to speak out against those injustices. There's no way that my song and Tamika Mallory become the biggest protesters in Kentucky. There's a bunch of niggas that went to Kentucky University that can run their mouth and get crazy, but they stay submissive to the code. No, that's the code. That's the code. Stay submissive to the code. Okay, I don't want to lose my scholarship, so I'm going to shut the fuck up. You hear me? So now what happens with Al Sharpton? Minnesota? What happened? You telling me there ain't no gangsters in Minnesota that would have stood up for Floyd? But it took New Yorkers and an out-of-state lawyer to get that victory? because submissive to the system. No, I can refuse that. That's why I sort of respect the LA OGs. Because when it comes to that LA shit, them niggas really put on for that ride shit. Them niggas really go crazy. We're not expecting them to be that, but you're from the South, bro. There's a whole lot of oppression, bro. There's no reason why we're arguing with my son about issues in the South. Yo, you cloud chasing them, you getting money to fight their power. There's no way that he's hearing those conversations. And there's niggas like Kwame Brown in the South that has influence, that got millions, that can pull it together. So you niggas sit in line while this guy's on the front page. And like I told you, I don't agree to everything that my son do. But at the end of the day, fact is fact, real is real, bro. So who's the biggest revolutionary in the South? Drums rolling, you know what I'm saying? Who's the biggest person in the South that's standing up like, yo, fuck that, my son. You ain't gonna come down here. I'm putting my face on this. Tamika, relax, I got this. Who's the biggest one? Killer Mike steps up. I give him respect, Killer Mike. The nigga from Mississippi, the rap nigga. Yeah, he stepped up. But who's putting their face on the revolution? Not just ad-libbing after the fact about black on black crime. Yo, well, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Yeah. Who putting their face on this? Who's putting their face? David Banner, exactly. Because you know why? I don't know him. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And he had a bunch of clowns already jumping in. Yo, I got this thing to say about Hassan. Do you understand there's babies out here dying? There's babies dying. 15 years old, those are babies. So when you was 15 years old, do you feel that you believe that you deserve to die because you punched somebody in the face in high school? Do you believe that that's real nigga shit? Like, son got smoked. Do you think that's real, bro? Do you think that's real when you 13 years old and you jump somebody that you deserve to die? So what code are we going by? I need to know the code. Are we going with let's focus on black crime, but not focus on the problem? The problem is we're still scared of whitey. A lot of us are still scared of whitey. And that's what it is. We don't feel we have enough influence to go against whitey, and it's okay. I'm not a racist. I'm just dealing with facts. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay for me to go against Hassan Campbell. I can make 1,000 videos and talk mad shit about, yo, bro, I was doing nothing in 1988 to die. In New York City, 1,500 people, 2,000 people was dying in New York City. We was not putting our life on the line to die. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to sit here and pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? We're going to deal with the facts. These young niggas is dying, man, because these southern states that support the NRA are pushing these guns to our cities, man, and they killing our babies, man. They killing our babies, man. Our babies is dying, man. When you wake up in the morning, you hear your cousin dying. You know what I'm saying? When you hear your babies dying, it's crazy. There's no code. Listen. If this code works, then my son shouldn't be the face of the code. Because there's multi-millionaires that got money, that's African Americans, that's blowing money. That's not with the code. So what code are we talking about? Engineering? You tell your kid to do engineering. You tell your kid to do something. But you can't tell your kid nothing from a jail cell. What you gonna tell your kid when you sit in the penitentiary? Whitey got you locked up for a B felony or a C felony. What you gonna tell your kid? Yo, be real, I'm holding my head. 1 out of 10 kids are successful, like the Peterson guy. He actually became a successful NFL football player. You know what I'm saying? The Peterson guy. What's his name? Adrian Peterson. His father was a big-time hustler. But he had his father was on another level of hustling because no matter what he did, The Fed's been moving in RICO, bro. It's just that now we're focusing on it more. They've been moving on RICO. This RICO shit is not a surprise. They're just moving on it more. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it, bro. They've been locking up 20 niggas with 2 guns and 8 mollies. They've been doing it. It's just that we're paying attention to it more because of social media. It's been going down. Shout out to the Jungle Junkies. Shout out to the OGK. That's what I tell my kids all day. Don't be nothing like me. Don't be nothing like me. That's what I tell my kids every day. And they're not nothing like me. My daughter's a junior in college. She wants to be a lawyer. And my son's about to go to college. Don't be nothing like me. I wasted 25 years of my life doing nothing in the streets. I got 2 jobs. I could have did that shit in 20 years ago. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time in doing something that you're going to wind up doing the right thing anyway. So when the smoke clear, do it right the first time. Don't make too many mistakes. You make a mistake, you pick up. Don't stay with the same mistake. Because at the end of the day, what I did, I wasted fucking 25 years, what, being Zeke Black? Being Zeke Black, yeah. Hell yeah, they watch because that's the new money now. Because they know that every rap crew now wants to be violent. They want to have the guns. They want to have the drugs. They want to have all this stupid shit that come with it. So they go, okay, we got them. Tripping on my A game. I'm wasting time. I'm killing myself. I'm 47 years old. I'm supposed to be talking about how other niggas is talking. Yo, I'm about to retire. You know what I'm saying? My man's just laughing at me. Yo, Zeke, you done, how much money you took, nigga? I'm about to retire, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So this ain't a shot towards Kwame Brown, and I know a couple of his people, he probably been watching this shit like, yo, I'm gonna find 50 niggas to talk about Zeke Black, but this is real talk, man. Talk about the South, my nigga. Let's talk about how not to be submissive to the white man. Let's build that self-esteem up. Let me tell you something. They even got the fake dykes, bro. The fake dykes. You know, the white woman from a southern part of the state, and she's a dyke, but she has conservative views, but her whole goal is, I'm gonna put a bunch of free, you know what I'm saying? That's the I'm a liberal, but I'm not really a liberal. And they enjoy firing masculine African Americans. So understand that. Understand what's going on. Y'all losing touch with reality here. They done intercepted the LGBT, bro. They done intercept. What you think? All them dykes you see, not call them dykes, but all them dykes that you see are really dykes. A lot of them is southern, is Confederate dykes intercepting the industry. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Facts. Oh, she ain't racist. She's a dyke. But you watch the moves she making. Why she keep firing all the blacks? Why she can't be one of the masculine black men? Oh, boom, because she still got her racist ways. She know about Robert E. Lee Boulevard. She know about, that's what I'm saying, man. Let's have, what's about the codes, about those codes. Let's educate our people on those, be on point for those codes. That's why we want y'all to be the highest y'all can be. Get the highest education. Because in America, you need that paperwork. Get the highest education. If you want to work for somebody, become the biggest you could be, because you don't want to work for a fake LGBT member. You don't want to fake, you know what I'm saying? They intercepted that society. They put themselves in position of power. You know, how can somebody tell you that they liberal that live in Biloxi, Mississippi, the swamps, the Delta? Nah, man, but definitely shout out to Kwame Brown for this conversation. Let's have better conversations. You may not get no views on it, but let's talk about it. Let's speak about in 1973 how there was more segregated schools in the North than the South. Let's talk about why did Emmett Till really die? You in the South. You never address that. Address that Fuck Skip Bayless. Just that. Why this woman is walking around? If we want to put Hassan Campbell on blast, put her on blast. Put her on blast. She should be your next 3 shows. This woman that lied on an innocent black man, kid who did nothing and got murdered. Your next 3 shows should be on Emmett Till. Not Hassan Campbell. That's the issue. That's the issue, bro. Because he died because he was a liberated black man from Chicago. He ain't died because he was a southern nigga that didn't know no better. He didn't know no better. He was free from Chicago and he died. And that's going on today with our jobs in the South, in the Midwest. We go through that. If we're not submissive, then we can't work. You don't get tired of being submissive to master? Your boss is some nigga from a rural town. You don't get tired of that? Power to the people, man. This shit ain't about roots, man. It's about roots. I hate doing lives like this because I hate calling out my black people. I hate talking about my black people. But even some of the people I don't like on YouTube, they take a chance and they touch on black issues. They even take a chance, like, man, fuck all that. I don't care, I get no views. They make them racist. They'll still talk about black issues. Yo, you got the biggest platform right now. You need to have a chill in your mouth. You know what I'm saying, Emmy? You know what I'm saying? Emmett Till in your mouth. You need a couple of good names. There be dudes in your town. How many dudes got lynched in your town for no reason at all? We need to hear those stories. We need to hear why most jazz players had to go to Paris to become successful jazz players because in America they was being treated like shit in your South. The chitlin circuit, as they called it. As you know what I'm saying? Quincy Jones was in fucking Europe when he did Michael. Then he came back and did Michael Jackson's album. Let's talk about why the average African American had to go to Europe to blow up with jazz before they came back to America. Coltrane. Come on, man. What was it like? How you think your parents felt, your grandparents felt, when they went to a jazz play and they had to sit upstairs while all the whites got to enjoy being downstairs? So that's the code you want us to go by? That's the coding you're talking about, the code? Respect the code, shut up. Sit in the back of the bus, don't argue. Rosa Parks, your people's probably felt Rosa Parks was wrong for that. Like, oh, she bugging. Why would she want to sit in front of the bus? She want to cause problems. She's a troublemaker. Come on, bro. There's a whole lot of real nigga shit coming out the South we need to talk about. I need to know why you Southern niggas that's born in the South ride past those fucking statues. And it took people like my son and Tamika Mallory, LGBT, and the Black Lives Matter movements to finally convince niggas, while we got you millionaire niggas that's down there that's saying nothing, riding past these fucking Confederate flags and monuments. We need to know this. Let's get it going, man. I'm Zeke Black. I might be wrong, but I know I'm right. I ain't never stand in front of a Robert E. Lee statue. I don't know how that feel to go. This guy he fought for slavery. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Definitely wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking code you talking about? Being submissive to the white man? Being submissive to whitey? Jazoon, you from Brownsville, right? 1973, school board at 11 in Canarsie didn't want your people to go to their schools. Even though there was some blacks that went to that Canarsie Junior High School, they didn't want your blacks there because y'all was from the projects. Remember that? Y'all was from the projects, Jazoon, your family from Tilden Projects that had to go to school with fucking security, police outside. Fuck is you talking about coding? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The same logic that they tried to do in New York, they was doing in the fucking South to you motherfuckers. And you would talk about Hassan Campbell, Stephen A. Smith, Michael Jordan. You got so much. Yo, son, I hate talking about niggas like him, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you got so much, you got a platform where you just talking about another black man, bro. Bro, Jazoon mother had to go to school, drop some of her kids off, or his grandmother, in school district 11 because Whitey was like, no, I don't want your kids in my school. And you're talking about Hassan Campbell, bro? Hassan Campbell? That's your biggest issue? We went through that shit in New York? And you niggas talking about that shit in the South? Come on, bro. Come on, man. You gotta make this shit right, bro. We gotta make this shit right, bro. Why don't you make a video about going against where you from? The state of South Carolina, North Carolina, I don't give a fuck where, that Confederacy, how you feel about those flags and those fucking statues. I ain't see none of you niggas stand up against those statues. I don't care who started with him. He ain't had to feed into that. He should have talked about his fucking home state. I don't care who started what with him, bro. People start shit with me every day. Fuck you, Zeke. In my inbox, Zeke, I'm gonna kill you. But I just be like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It do what it do. It's a dirty game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you something, man. The Emmett Till story hurt my heart, bro. It hurt me. It hurt me. It woke me up to this conscious. I'm not even a conscious type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now listen to this.
What if there was?
This is some real shit I'm going to put you on to, right? This is a white man, right? This is a white man in 1973, bro. Hold on. I'm about to get there. This is Canarsie, Brooklyn. The floss. I'm talking about the floss. You hear me? Hold on 1 second. This is Brooklyn, New York.
Of integration and quality education. They were particularly incensed about what
Take this education in.
And racist motivated actions by the local school board and its president, Jack Zimmer.
Brownsville, Brooklyn, 1973.
As far as Jack Zimmer's concerned, part of the District 18 local school board, he's been working 100% with Canarsie. As far as the parents of Till and Houses, he haven't took no consideration about them, period. He would come and to them, he would go to Canarsie and get their side of the story, come to us and present what they decided. Not paying any attention to how we felt or what we was going to think or how we was going to go about what decision that they had made among themselves. But he was just playing the whole role of Canarsie. We was a neutral issue to him, although we was in District 18. That's where our kids were supposed to go to school at. He paid no attention to children houses. He paid no attention to the parents of children houses and the kids.
Well, they ran us around from school to school. And every school we went to, immediately after we got there, the police would come and invite us out. And we got tired of running around. So we went to the district office to find out where our children were supposed to go. At that moment, we didn't have a school to go to. Now, we went to the district office, and when we walked in, he couldn't even talk to this many black people. He told us, I can't talk to this many people. He'll talk to a small group. And we told him no. All of our children was involved. If he had anybody to talk to, tell it to every one of us and tell us now. And then he said, if we didn't leave, that he was going to call for help. So we told him, call all the help you want. We tired of running. We went to every school that our children was legally zoned into, and every one of those schools, they called the police. And we was tired of running around from
1973, party people.
to call the police, call them, arrest them.
New York City.
Care no more. So that's exactly what he did. He called the policeman. He marched mothers and children out of that office into a paddy wagon. And this is the one thing that stands out in my oldest son's mind that went to 211. He said, what hurt him so bad, I had never been arrested for anything. had never been in trouble with the law. To see his mother march into a paddy wagon just trying to get him into school, it was the hurtingest thing he had to deal with.
So why we haven't touched on that, Kwame? This is New York City. So I can only imagine what you went through in the South for generations. Am I supposed to feel sorry for, okay, your father was a murderer. Okay, we get it. My father was a deadbeat dad. He wasn't around. My mom was still stuck in the streets. Am I supposed to go, yo, you had a fucked up childhood? No, you have recruiters and NBA scouts paying your way, bro. You found the talent, right? But this is real. 1973, New York City, Brooklyn. The same niggas you shot out Brownsville, my Brownsville niggas. PK Supreme, definitely salute to them. The Roro life and all that, definitely salute to them. But here, this is what was going on with the same white people you refuse to talk about.
This whole crisis.
And when the other group was involved, they wouldn't arrest them. They placated them. They did everything. I went into school, we arrested twice, went into school, and they said, one of the officers, do you want him arrested? Do you want him arrested? I said, for what? What am I doing wrong? But they took over school and stayed in that school for 3 nights. And went there and begged them to get out and didn't touch them. So we got angry. And we got disturbed and we said they could talk about 68 all they wanted. But those 31 kids, 211 was the school, and we had planned to move anywhere from that. And that's what brought it on.
We as black parents are not going to let our children be pushed no more. And we not violent, but we stand firm and we mean business. Now they can stay up all night long and scheme and connive. We don't have to do that. But when you got the law and God on your side, I'd like to know what they got on theirs.
You had 90 to begin with, correct?
Hold on.
Not 30, 90. Next year will be
It's the
another
white
90.
man.
Where are they going to send?
That's the white man talking, you heard? Look at him.
You don't think that the Board of Education would work out some sort of...
I don't think the Board of Education had any intention of working out anything.
Look. The people you want to talk about, right? Cody.
And there would have been 90 more. And the next year there'll be another 90. And the door is open, right or wrong. And boom, there away goes the school.
The white community fears that opening their schools to an additional 32 black children will be the first step in the predictable cycle, which must finally result in an all-black school, neighborhood deterioration, panic selling of homes, and the flight of the whites to the suburbs. This phenomenon...
You hear that? So now when you say that, right? He got no embarrassers that help he get to the league. That's a fact. He can't shut... Exactly. No higher to his standard. I'm being real with this. This is real. I'd rather 2 views talking about this than me going on my black brother on his YouTube shit. Trying to clown my black brother. There's 1,000 niggas he can clown that we'll listen to, bro. There's 1,000 niggas, bro. That's 1973 in New York. I was born in 1973. That's not even 50 years, bro. 50 years ago, I'm 47 years old. 47 years ago, schools was segregated in New York City, and I'm supposed to sit here and talk about you niggas all day? When the system was keeping us down? Educationally, when the white man didn't want us in our territories, and now all of a sudden, because of basketball is a marketable thing, they began to invest in our future. So we can't talk about our oppressors because nah. Because if it wasn't for him, I couldn't buy the big house. I couldn't get out the hood. I'm gonna tell you what came with that story right there. Molestation, child abuse, domestic violence, rape, all that came with what you heard in that news right there. That's what came with that in the hood, bro. That's what came with it. Let's get back to it.
As racial tipping has been a common occurrence in other communities throughout urban America. But this argument seems absurd to the black parents whose children have no school to attend. How can you blame a black parent whose neighborhood school is not capable of providing her child with a quality education for trying to bus her child into a good school, which just happens to be in a white neighborhood? Or how can one expect a white person to advocate integration when he has good reason to believe that black children moving into white schools will tip the racial balance and create another black ghetto?
You already know Chicago said it best. They still don't want us there, Zeke. Spots today, Zeke, if we're being honest. So why is it we're making it entertainment that we go at each other or they kill each other? You know, we actually feed into the shit that they like. We feed into this, man. Who made this video, who actually did the news report, shout out to Hezekiah News. Subscribe to them. It's HEZAKYA News. And films on YouTube. But the guy who actually produced this was Stan Latham. Stan Latham made Beat Street, a bunch of, you know, Monifa, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of shows he directed. And he also did Def Comedy Jam with Russell Simmons. Stan Latham, that's also Sanaa Latham's father. Stan Latham. 1973, when he first got hired to work in Boston to do urban news. Back to the story. It's a white man. Let's talk about him. This is Flatlands. This is Brooklyn.
Now, this is written by the New York Times, which is supposedly a school
where they print the
which is here. Our school tipped from white to black. A school which was 98% white in less than 10 years is 100%, 90% black. Read.
This had to do with people moving out of the neighborhood. You feel
This is not the. Why don't you read the article? Don't bullshit with me because oh, you did read it. Then you didn't. No, because then first came the kids, and then the kids went out of the school. Why don't you?
According to that article, some of the families had been moving out of the neighborhood.
Some of the families, correct. It started with the busing, though. The school, the neighborhood went because I know that neighborhood.
Do you feel like you want to move now out of the neighborhood?
Do I can't afford to move. I have a $40,000 mortgage on my house, and I got news for you. If I have to sell my house for less than my mortgage, I have to pay that off. You know? And if then I move out of here flat ass broke, and I can't afford that.
If people stay here, what makes you think that the school would change to a 100% black school? If the neighborhood stays as it is, why would there be such a major change?
Why would there be a major change? Are you kidding me? Have you been to all these areas where it has happened? You know, read. We read. We're not stupid. We are not stupid. We are not stupid. We read the newspapers. Most of these people have been through this at least twice before. And you think that people here aren't going to run? You don't think these people aren't going to run? You're out of your mind.
I think it's a whole lot.
That's a white man talking, right? You heard that? 1973, Canarsie, the floss. The floss. That's the floss. That's a generation, 1973. Raising their kids the same way. My generation. That's 73 when this was done. What you think that white man was telling his kids? What you think? And this is New York. This is Brooklyn. Canarsie, the floors. Shout out, rest in peace, Pop Smoke, Fabio. Hey. Shout out to MMB. 50 years ago. It's a white man talking. We ain't talking about that in New York. I'm talking about it. I'm taking my chances talking about this. Talk about that, bro. Y'all been going through for 400 years in the South. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? 400. Put your money where your mouth is, bro. Don't talk about another black man. I want to hear about white. Fuck Skip Bayless. I don't want to hear about Bill Walton. I don't want to hear about Danny Ainge. I want to hear about... Yeah. Hold on. You heard what the white man said. You want me to go back? Go back to Whitey? You want me to go back to Whitey? You want to go back? Do you want me to go back to what Whitey words was? People moved when they heard the buses was coming. in Canarsie, the floors. You listen to Pops, but you didn't crib like, hey, hey, hey. The floors. Flossington, the same area Pop Smoke is from. The same area. You scared. You're scared to do that. You're scared to about the sheriff in your town. Talk about generations of slavery with your family. It'll educate us, bro. I need to know. I need to understand why Emmett Till went to the South, he got murdered, and there wasn't 5 whiteys ain't die after that. I need to know why y'all fell in line to the hangings and the lynchings of your peoples. I need to understand this because y'all telling us that when somebody died, we need to be pulling our guns up and kill. But when they was killing your people, y'all niggas fall right in line. You was snatching your cousins off the street. So why y'all keep telling us New Yorkers, yo, if that was me, we would have smoked the whole block? What happened to your great-granddad? He got snatched up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What happened to him? Y'all niggas are scared. Going to bed at 6 o'clock at night. So how dare you put some content about the South? Then I respect you. Talk about the sergeant that knows where the P.O. box is at. The ex-sheriff for your town. Oh no, he was cool. Nah, he wasn't treating us like niggas. He was all right. It's more.
We're not buying homes out there. I'm not in the market. My parents are not in the market for looking for a home in Canarsie. So I don't understand about their home and tipping the racial balance out there in Canarsie. The children is going to school. They're getting off a bus, or they're coming on city bus or school bus, whatever kind of bus you want to put it. The transportation, they're going into a school, and when they leave that school, they're coming home. We're not interested in the homes out there. Why they got to sell their homes? Who asking them to sell their homes? They want to sell it. That's right.
When they're overcrowded, they become more overcrowded. What happens then? It's just chaos constantly. You know, I mean, there's so many children in the class and teaching.
About the whole idea of the neighborhoods changing and tipping and so on, how does that?
That does nothing for us. I mean, I don't believe tipping, I don't believe changing. You know, I mean, I wasn't even thinking of that. I was just thinking of an overcrowded school.
No, if the children had been white, how would you have felt about it?
Same. Because they do not live in Canarsie. You know, I mean, these are schools for our children, whether they be black, whether they be white, whether they be purple or green. They're just for our children.
Oh, that's a lot of baloney. No such
That's
thing
Reverend
school out there.
Reverend Wilbert Wilson from Brownsville.
If there were 35 or 40 white kids out there, they have no problem in getting to that school. They'll make room for them. So we don't believe this. It's the fears of their homes. It's the fears of their style of living. It's the fears that black people will be coming out there in masses. No one can make them sell their homes. The only one can make them sell their homes if they decide to get out of their homes.
The overcrowding is only a very small part of it. The overcrowding.
That's a white man talking. Look. You know what you mean?
If they want to
Grandpa, little grandpa, the white man.
Let them send kids into areas that are not overcrowded. I don't think there are any. So, but why should they? Why, if they're overcrowded and we're overcrowded, why do we have to take them?
Call it overcrowding, racial balance, tipping, or a fight for economic survival. One thing is quite clear. Whites don't want black children in their schools or black parents in their neighborhoods. And if all else fails, they will resort to violence. And yet, blacks persist, seeking to force whites to accept them. Reverend Miller says they're fighting for...
So, here go the question. So you're telling me that the only people that bullied Kwame Brown was Stephen A. Smith, Michael Jordan, and a bunch of NBA players. But he come from the South. So Whitey did not at one time make him feel like he was less than them. Is that what you're telling me right now? You're telling me that Kwame Brown, who woke up every morning driving past a statue of a Robert E. Lee or Robert E. Lee Boulevard or an old plantation owner that has an Airbnb, you're telling me that definitely Charleston has the slave cabins and all this other shit, that you felt no racism, you felt no disgust, you felt nothing against you until these NBA players and these people was picking on me. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean? Beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? This is what kids went through in high school in Brooklyn. So what the fuck would you go through in South Carolina? This is Brooklyn. Come on, man. Be the cleanest, you know what I'm saying? Are you telling me that the people that bullied you, exactly, because there's no way, this is Brooklyn, New York. So what the fuck was y'all going through in the 70s? I'm 47, you're not that younger than me, dogs. But y'all was comfortable with that. That's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all never liked us. Remember, city niggas was free. It's not about us being city niggas. We're from the union. Y'all was raised that we was troublemakers. Exactly. We was troublemakers. We're too free. Emmett Till's is the design of the North. We're too free. What the fuck is you talking about? Get out of here. And they murdered that man. I don't know why you don't make that the biggest stinker on your platform. That lady lied. No, but what you're going to do is you're going to expose a bunch of other African Americans, blast them for a bunch of good sisters. So you're telling me all the bullying that you ever experienced in your life was in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because they say you sucked in the NBA. That's the only thing in your life that you felt coming from South Carolina. So when you drove a Robert E. Lee, you didn't feel that the highway, you didn't feel that was sort of racist. You didn't feel that Andrew Jackson Boulevard wasn't sort of weird to you or a statue. I don't know how song. I never even listened to the video how song did about her. I'm just being honest with you. Let's talk about the South. My song can't be the face of the South. My song is from the Bronx, some fucking way. You know what I mean? I don't know where my song's from, but he's from the fucking Bronx. My song can't be the face of the Bronx Revolution. It's time for you niggas to put your chests out and start talking crazy. I'm just being real. And when he wake up in the morning and come up with a narrative to take shots at me, remember this.
Since they were legally assigned to this school, they are entitled to an education there. Their rights have been violated, and they will fight until these rights are restored. But beyond this, they are motivated by a desire for a quality education, one that is unavailable in the black community. If
we can't have that conversation, and then shut up then. If we can't have that conversation. And we can't have that conversation, shut up then. So you're telling me every African American education was equal to every white American in South Carolina? Or where the fuck you from? North Charlotte, Charleston, or where the fuck you say you from? You're telling me that shit was the same? No. Are you saying that you lived impoverished when we know we had scouts looking out for you, making sure that you lost all your amateur eligibility? We know about that. You think we stupid niggas? We from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We know about a bunch of niggas who lost their amateur because of scouts coming through, paying for sneakers, rent, everything to make sure you get where you need to go to. Yeah, we know about the UNLV situation with the basketball player. We know about all that. We know about mad shit. We're not slow as your niggas think. I don't know why. We pay attention, New Yorkers. So you wasn't really bad off when you have people that was preparing you for the draft. Yeah, you wasn't really that bad off. Like you said, you was 18 years old with your mother on the golf course. Because your scout did that. You ain't do that. Your scout did that. Not your scout. What's that nigga name, man? Your agent made sure that happened. He put your mother on the golf course. Why? To convince you to go pro, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Bet. You made him money. No matter how much you didn't win the champion, no matter what you did in the NBA, your agent made $1. It was a great investment. Fuck it. He got all the hype for you, put the media into it. He knew what he was doing. Your scout, your agent knew what he was doing. Facts. So let's talk about that. So when you have a conversation about, I want to know, because my aunt, and I salute to her. Yeah, it's no Team Poppy. Warren, stop that, man. Ain't no Team Poppy. Just because we have to deal with when you have a voice for something, let's voice some real shit. Don't be scared not to voice no real shit. Hezekiah filming news, his shit is demonetized because he talk about real shit. If we're not talking about real shit, you talking about nothing, my nigga. Use your platform to talk about how do we come from. Tell the black man you don't have to be alternative to make it in life, because that's the look on it. That's the only way you're gonna make it in this Midwest is if you start doing something strange for a little bit of change. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? They don't want a masculine black man in the position of power. So you guys need to come up with some type of story that comes with that. The white man ain't ready for a masculine black man. They're not ready for the Nat Turners. They're not ready for the Emmett Tills. 12-year-old kid was a threat to a whole town. Oh no, he's too free. Emmett Till, rest in peace, Emmett Till, man. I'm gonna change the title, man. Exactly. They didn't do that. But how many NFL players came out of Tennessee that never even argued about that? Never said nothing about that. Yo, that's crazy. Man, fuck that Confederate shit. Oh, man. You niggas is fighting the wrong fights, man. Black on black crime is not it. Put your money where your mouth is, know what I'm saying? Put your money where your mouth is, man. I don't got $1 million. I still say fuck Whitey. That is what it is, man. I respect Whitey, but I don't respect. I said, whoa, flag on the play. We're gonna watch our mouth. We're gonna be cool. We're gonna be cordial. We're not gonna have a relationship. We're not doing that. You nigga, okay, sir, yo, sir, boss, yes, boss, because y'all was raised that way. That master shit, bro. That master shit is corny. I treat you as I treat somebody on the block. Listen to this, 1973, New York City. So you can't tell me in the South it was any different.
Boards can exclude black children, they say. Then the 1954 Supreme Court decision outlawing school segregation will be meaningless. For years, white Northerners have held white Southerners up as whipping boys on the school desegregation issue. But the statistics clearly indicate that the South has less segregation than the North. 11.2 Northern black students now attend all black schools, while only 9.2 Southern blacks are attending segregated schools.
Now look at this craziness. Who are the biggest advocates against all this racism? Northern blacks. You know what I'm saying? And we just went through the segregated school shit. Y'all went through slavery in the South. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be mad at everything moving, man. Fuck all that. Fuck this. Listen, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all supposed to be more mad than us. We're mad about the segregated school shit, most of us. Y'all should be mad about sharecropped and all the other shenanigans that came with that. But y'all niggas fall in line. Y'all submissive, man. You know what I'm saying? So before, again, you make a video and try to pull 50 niggas up. Let's talk about Emmett Till. And the affairs of Emmett Till in all the communities in the South. Because you may not know, ask your grandfather, ask your great-grandfather, ask the OG, the old man 80 years old. They called them troublemakers. Martin Luther King was a troublemaker. Malcolm X was a troublemaker. Troublemakers. Marcus Garvey is a troublemaker. So let's talk about the troublemakers. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about the troublemakers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you say, fuck that. I'm not doing all that, man. It takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of heart to go against the hate. But with that being said, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Take that in, digest it, understand it. This is Brooklyn, 1973, man. We grew up with the hate, bro. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's stop worrying about being monetized. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, the facts. Andrew Jackson fed black babies to the alligators. You know what I'm saying? Hearing this, it's hard. 73, right?
I think that
That's a mother.
the 211 is a good school, and they have better teachers, and the kids will learn more. Whereas the schools around here, I would be willing to put them in a neighborhood school, but they don't have the facilities like they would have in the Canarsie schools. And all we want is the kids to have a good education, and that's all.
In fact, the only schools we know, our children know, is District 18 schools. Our children never went to one school here in this district. And the feeding pattern has always been District 18. And we're about quality education and nothing else. And all this time that who give the power to the local school board to say our children came home with a report card, but no junior high school was signed to it. Who give them the right to do this? So we say we about quality education for every child. No other child will have to go through what our children is going through now. They worried of the upset of a racial balance, this type of balance.
Integration is a word that we never thought about integration. I hadn't thought about integration. It didn't matter. It mattered less. If my child's in a good school where he can get good education, this is the most important thing to most of us.
Right.
That's right.
Well, in order to get quality education, in this day and time, you got to have integration. I don't know, it's a sad thing to say, but this is what it boils down to. This is what it boils down to. For some reason or somehow in this society, on the educational level, in the poor, the ghetto areas, what it is, the educational quality is not up to par.
The parents express inner conflict and doubt about having to fight for their children to attend a white school. Their goal was not purely for integration with whites.
Somehow, I don't know whether it's the interference of teachers, not to quite programs set up. And I noticed in the white schools or the better neighborhoods, how you want to put it, there's a certain elevation of levels of education that the children get there, which is denied in the Brownsville or Harlem or the other areas. It's denied. It's not coming in there. They get first choice on everything. And it's a question of the educational system within itself.
The situation here and around the nation is grim. Racial violence is likely to continue. These neighborhoods are at the flashpoint. Alternatives must be explored. One approach is the funding of schools in black neighborhoods so that they can become centers of educational excellence. And if the law insists on busing, for busing's sake, bus white children from underprivileged neighborhoods to black schools. This would certainly stop racial tipping of middle-class white neighborhoods into black slums. Meanwhile, as the controversy rages, it is the children who have to pay the price. We ask a parent how her child...
That's the whole goal. The kids are paying the price. With that being said, I put the facts in there so it wasn't me freestyling. Let's talk about some shit that deal with reality. Fuck all the coded shit. Talk about reality. What the fuck was going on in South Carolina in 1970, bro? I want to hear from your OGs. You're a multi-millionaire. You get them. We need to hear about how you niggas I need to understand how submissive y'all was to this, to what's crazy. How the fuck you telling us to man up when your niggas been submissive for all these years? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Why they know I'm Robert E. Lee Boulevard, he's watching these old slave masters monuments. How the fuck you gonna tell us to follow a code? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Your biggest advocates is my son and Tamika Mallory. You niggas sit in the cut and swindle like, yo, them niggas is bugging. I'm not with the black shit. I'm with y'all. You know, we want to hear that story, bro. I need to understand you growing up as a kid, how it felt playing in the park of an old slave owner. With that being said, easy.